Grid, often referred to as Nethead or simply the Alpha Alien, was a xenomorph that dueled the trio of predators inside the ancient Antarctic pyramid in Alien vs. Predator. Grid arose as a notable and deadlier-than-average xenomorph during a conflict within the pyramid where he battled and killed two of the predator hunters, Chopper and Celtic. It was during his fight with Celtic that he donned his unique, distinct characteristics by losing a portion of his tail and being branded with the grid-like scarring of its namesake. The novelization of Alien vs. Predator details this encounter and notes the xenomorph's exceptional abilities, leaving Celtic with the realization that it was not a battle he was going to win. Whirling to face the alien, the warrior raised his net gun. The alien, its gangly black arms flung wide, launched itself into the air in a powerful bounding leap, and the predator fired. The metal net enveloped the creature in mid-leap, forcing the kicking, mewing alien to the floor. The alien's exoskeleton clattered on the flagstones as the net pulled tight, crushing it. Blood and gore spurt from 100 places, spraying the flagstones and the walls and burning holes wherever it splashed. Unfortunately for the predator, the acid also burned the net, and in a few brief seconds the mesh melted enough for the alien to break free. Spitting angrily, the alien clambered to its feet and faced the battered predator. Its black, misshapen body smoked and sizzled where the razor net had cut it. The alien was determined not to be dominated. Its segmented tail stump flailed from side to side, beating the stone walls. The humanoid was clearly overmatched, for the alien was far more powerful and formidable than the predator had thought possible. Now there was little to do but face death with honor and die fighting. Grid became a leader to the other xenomorphs, leading to the rescue of the Xenomorph Queen by hearing her call and freeing her from the chains within the egg chamber, all while in pursuit of the final remaining predator, Scar. While the Queen was freed and made her way to match against Scar and Lex, an interesting theory has emerged over the years, that Grid himself was molting into an alien queen. Grid's abilities can certainly make for the case that he was an exceptional xenomorph specimen and led the pack of aliens during a time when otherwise they may have been in disarray. But there's perhaps subtle clues that can be found in the script and novelization of AVP describing him as the events unfolded as becoming larger and more aggressive than his brethren. It is very possible that during a time when the Queen was incapacitated, possibly dying, the natural order of the xenomorph life cycle was taking place, and Grid's evolution was already in progress. This would support the theory that the Queen xenomorph isn't necessarily always born as a queen, but any xenomorph can molt into one, if need be, for the species' survival. This element of the life cycle has been theorized as early as the 1988 Aliens comic series, where Dr. Arona observes the exact occurrence, and maybe the most notable example of this happening is in the Alien vs. Predator 2010 video game, where in its alien-centric story, another exceptional xenomorph, Specimen 6, overcomes trials and ultimately molts into a queen. At the very least, in considering the life cycle and different casts of the xenomorph, Grid may have been molting into a Praetorian, the royal guard for the Queen, and in the event of the Queen's death, next to take the throne. Do you believe Grid was molting into a queen? Is this evolution something predisposed, or is it somehow earned through ability and the willingness to lead? If the group is slowly dying off due to an incredible threat, some leaders can rise up to the occasion, not all that much unlike Ripley, and the same, to be sure, can be said of the xenomorphs. Comment below and let me know what you think. And as always, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like, and you can also subscribe for all the latest videos from the channel. A very special thanks goes out to WEYLAND Yutani Executive, the great EmYarUk, part of the Patreon Hive. I'd also like to thank our Hive's queens, Lady Anne and Kimathi Thomas. If you'd like to join the Hive and support the channel, check out my Patreon page for exclusive posts and contests. In the meantime, you can catch up with Alien Theory over social media, where I share some fan art and other fun stuff. You can follow at Alien_Theory on Twitter and at AlienTheoryYT on Facebook and Instagram for more. And until next time, this is Alien Theory, signing off.